Welcome to Hope with Jonathan. I'm Jonathan Traylor, a kidney transplant recipient. Based on my near-death experience with kidney failure, we now spotlight kidney patients' story, giving them a platform to express their personal journey with battling kidney disease, kidney failure, dialysis, waiting for kidney transplant, and much more. We share stories of hope right here on the Hope with Jonathan podcast. Hope with Jonathan podcast is a Hope Media production. Never let hope become a memory. Hope with Jonathan podcast is a Hope Media production. Hey guys, welcome back to Hope with Jonathan and welcome back to our podcast. And on today's episode of Hope with Jonathan, we feature a special guest all the way from Toronto, Canada, Kyle Hockridge. And Kyle, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jonathan. Thank you for having me again.
No problem, man. No problem at all. Kyle, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing right now in the kidney community.
Okay, so my name's Kyle from Toronto in Canada, Jonathan's favorite place outside the US.
Absolutely.
So recently, I am the founder of KWM and a kidney warrior caregiver. My wife suffers from polycystic kidney disease and is in search of a living kidney donor. And we've turned and started up in the community. We started with KWM, which is Kidney Warrior Merch, which we have our Warriors Wall where we support warriors by getting their story out into the world. But more recently, we've been working on another project with a great guy, the host of the show, called Kidney Conversations.
Yeah.
Which I guess is why we're here today.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we're here today. We're here to talk a little bit about Kidney Conversations. Just to let you guys know, Kyle reached out to me over a year ago at least, and we kind of collaborated with KWM when bringing on warriors who submitted their story, and he would place them on the Warriors Wall, and then once a month we would select a warrior and bring him or her on the podcast and feature their story by way of interview and podcasting. And Kyle would be a special co-host on that show. He's extra special. But we've had fun with it. It was a great collaboration. And then this new idea kind of came across. I'm not really sure what actually sparked it. Maybe Kyle can go into it a little bit, but it was a fresh idea, and we kind of have started it with doing videos, and we started some social media pages and creation of a website, and things like that. But Kyle, you wanna kind of expand on it a little bit?
Yeah, I think it was actually your idea, in a conversation, and it was deemed that we were seeing a gap in the education aspect of educating people about kidney disease, about the places that they can go for resources, and trying to fill that gap with conversational information. Um, a lot of advocates out there, do a lot of hard work, but it's more focused on the individual patient. And if this is not correct, you correct me, Jonathan. But I think what we saw was the other information that wasn't being put out there, and Kidney Conversations was created to try and fill that gap.
Yeah. No, yeah. And then also more in layman's terms versus really high level, technical terms and words that a lot of people don't understand. So I think we're trying to kind of simplify it as well.
Yeah, and a lot of the topics that aren't discussed, like for example, my wife, polycystic kidney disease, is widely talked about, but it's the other parts of it. What happens when a cyst bursts? The smaller items that aren't discussed. We needed to help with that information.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of our videos we've kind of covered that with some different topics. And if you notice, they're not the more popular topics
That
that a lot of people has already covered. We're kind of hitting some of the lower end, not so popular topic or topics that are not talked about very much.
that's correct. Popular is the right word. So, like for example, we're talking about like hair loss and kidney transplant. One that we notice that there's a lot of talk about, but not a lot of information, is sex and chronic disease. Um, we've hit on,
That's a
the
that's a
other.
that's an interesting subject. That's a subject that a lot of people don't want to talk about because it's that when they hear that three-letter word, it's like it's a taboo subject. But it is a subject that needs to be addressed and talked about. With kidney patients especially, and those that are on like dialysis and things like that. It's definitely a subject, and so these are the type of things that we're trying to hit. And the three-letter word I'm referring to is sex. So
Yeah,
in case you were
I mean,
wondering.
yeah, but that topic in itself is a very important um, topic, and I understand that people. It's not about bringing your experiences to the general public, but educating that you're still married to somebody. In some cases, you have a boyfriend, girlfriend. It's a very normal thing that,
Right.
it's a human
Right.
thing.
Yeah,
And
it's a part of
uh,
your health. It's part of your
correct.
health. Yeah. So
So, and we do have a blog on that on our website, which we'll get to. But even in researching it to get the blog written, it was surprising that how many people have questions in regards to that topic, and it is very well researched and looked for upon people. You could say the term Googled. It's very Googled. It has a lot of traffic going to it.
yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Yeah, and I've ran polls myself on different topics and subjects, and I was surprised to find out that within a large group of kidney patients that fatigue was like one of the top leading symptoms of kidney disease that people faced. And I just found that to be really interesting. Out of all the other symptoms that are out there, I mean, you had people with swollen ankles, nausea, but it seemed like chronic fatigue is one of the most top rated symptoms. And a lot of patients suffer with kidney disease and that are basically on dialysis or experience kidney failure. They say that they've really suffered with chronic fatigue. I know I suffered with chronic fatigue. How about Shannon? She suffered with chronic fatigue as well.
Yes, it's a very popular thing that she has no energy, or lack of energy,
Yeah.
um, and trying to regain that energy. And some of the other things that in research we found, like losing your hair with transplant.
Yeah. Yeah.
What causes that?
Yeah.
Um, so mainly hitting the unpopular topics, but people still really want the information on.
Yeah.
So we've gone through and we've gotten some blogs written on these topics, researched ourselves, and come up with blog ideas. And
Yeah.
also, another area on our website that we just recently started and are trying to fill is people didn't realize there's PDFs on a lot of these topics
Mm-hmm.
that are put out by the kidney organizations around the world. They could be the handouts that you would get at your center, but what's handed out in Texas, where you are, is not handed out where I am in Toronto. So a resource for people to go to the sources, be it the National Kidney Foundations or AAKP, and a central spot that you can look up a topic and pull a PDF from the professionals
Mm-hmm.
in those areas. So
Yeah.
sometimes we may not have the blog, but we're trying to get the information out there.
Right. And it's great for, resources, and easy to, just click on that and get that right from the website.
Correct.
Kind of like
So
is it kind of like a FAQ, or is there a difference?
no, there's no difference. It's kind of like a blog essentially,
Yeah.
but what they'll do is they'll put out information and put it in a PDF form.
Yeah.
But if we some people don't know how to find that PDF, or it's not very accessible on the website. For example, the National Kidney Foundation, talking about, say, polycystic kidney disease, it's hard to navigate their website and find where all this information is posted.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to make it a central spot that you can go and just grab that information. And it'll link directly to the source, be in this example, the National Kidney Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
It'll go to their website. So you're getting
Yeah.
information, but we're just making it easier to find.
Yeah. So Kyle, we mentioned at the beginning, or you mentioned that you're a care partner for your wife, a caregiver who's on peritoneal dialysis. Why don't you talk a little bit about what a day in life looks like being a caregiver for a peritoneal dialysis patient?
Okay. So amongst all this with KWM and kidney conversations and caregiving, I still work full time. Um, so I get up in the morning. Shannon usually at that time is still on her machine from the previous night. But I get the kids ready. We go off to school and work and come home, and we have dinner. And you know, s- as you know, my son's an avid soccer player, so there could be soccer that night, or just around the house. And then I set up her machine for her
Mm-hmm.
that night. So it's asking Shannon what her blood pressure was, how her feet and swelling and all those things that go with peritoneal, and getting her prescription for the night. So here, I'm not sure about down there about peritoneal. So we have yellow bags, green bags, and red bags. And red bags are for emergencies only.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Being that she's crashed really bad, we can only use those upon medical advice.
Mm-hmm.
So I get her prescription set up, and then I set up her machine for the night, which is, putting the bags on and, wiping the machine down, getting the drain lines all ready. And then I just wait for her to go to bed, and
Yeah.
she kind of hooks herself up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and then there's also, I help her with the ordering. So we're lucky enough here that we don't get an order every month; we get an order every 2 weeks.
Right.
So it saves on how much we have to hold in the house. So every other week we have to do an inventory and go through and
Yeah.
talk about what you'll need for the next 2 weeks before the next delivery. So there's the inventory part that I help with as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, and there was a reason why I brought that up. So many of you out there may wonder, Kyle's not a kidney patient himself, and why he would even be interested in doing something like KWM and Kidney Conversations, and why would he want to collaborate with this weird guy from Texas named Jonathan Traylor. The reason is because Kyle is a caregiver for his wife, and she's suffered with polycystic kidney disease for a good while now. And of course,
Yeah.
she's on peritoneal dialysis. So there you go. That's the reason why Kyle's associated with kidney disease. Myself personally, guys, I'm a kidney transplant recipient. Back in July of 2019, I crashed into dialysis. I thought I was fighting the flu, and literally, I was in stage 5 kidney failure, and I had to be emergency stat flighted to a local hospital and to receive emergency dialysis, and literally stayed there for like 2 weeks. And for the first 3 days, they pulled off like 30 pounds of fluid, and it was a very traumatic ordeal. And I did dialysis by way of a catheter in my chest, and then I had a fistula installed later on, and then I did home hemodialysis for a couple of months, and then next thing I knew, I actually been direct donated to. So I was really blessed, and a very blessed person to receive a transplant by way of direct donation. My story is pretty unique. If you're ever interested at all, you can definitely go check it out at hopewithjonathan.com. There's a blog over there that kind of talks about my story a little more in depth. But again, guys, we're talking about kidney conversations. So if you're wondering why me and Kyle's collaborated, those are some 2 huge reasons why, and why we want to spread awareness and advocate for kidney disease, and do what we're doing with kidneyconversations.info. So right now, guys, we have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, we also have a Twitter page. You can follow us over there at Kidney Conversations, and you can easily find those links at kidneyconversations.info. Anything else you want to talk about? Maybe something new that we're kind of working on?
Yeah, well, we also have a Quora page. I know a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't know or resource Quora, but there actually is a lot of kidney people on Quora. So it's also a place that if you have a question, you can ask us, and we can try and answer it for you or other people in the community. It's a great resource outside of the main. You all right there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Outside of the main social media platforms. So we utilize Quora as well to try and reach out and help people answer their questions. If you go to the Hope with Jonathan YouTube page and subscribe, you'll also get the Kidney Conversations YouTube playlist there, where we try and take some of the topics and turn them into a video resource for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to read a blog. You can watch it. You can watch a blog.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, and those videos are really cool because they're graphic, and they change scenes, and a couple of them you have like the little characters talking and things
yeah,
like that. So they're really really fun to watch, and educational at the same time. And I apologize for that little breakup in between there. I actually drank some water, and I got a little choked up. But
I
it
thought it
had
was me.
it happens sometimes on podcasts. But needless to say, our main goal is to educate, inform, and and give you guys a lot of different aspects of kidney disease. And I'm really excited and grateful to be involved with this project with Kyle. And I think he's a really sincere kidney disease advocate. Not only that, he's a care partner for home dialysis. So, and it's just been really great to advocate and collaborate along with Mr. Kyle from
Yeah,
Toronto, Canada. So,
same words. Let me reverse the show for a second.
mm-hmm.
Um, What are some of I know we talk, but what are some of your goals with Kidney Conversations? What would you like to see coming out in the future?
Well, I think we're going to continue to do what we're doing with blogs and videos, but I would like to see more growth with it, and just continue to see it grow and become a really great reference for people to go to whenever they're inquiring about kidney disease, and they can find us on like Google, and realize that we're going to be a good solid resource for people to go to and check it out, and that it's going to be accessible to them. And I would just like to just see it continue to grow. And I look forward to being a part of it, and seeing it continue to grow and thrive.
Yeah. One thing I like to add too is, we do accept guest writers as well.
Mm-hmm.
And right on the homepage of the website, if you're interested in writing for us and experience a topic that you have experience with, or you're a professional in any manner of kidney disease, right on the bottom of the website, you can reach out to us, kidneyconversations.info. And at the bottom of the homepage, and there's an email there, support@kidneyconversations.info. And let us know what you want to write for us for, or even talk about, because the more people that help us, the better information we have, and the further reach that we can gain.
Yeah, no, and that's awesome. Also, I think we would also like to possibly one day collaborate with some to come on as well, possibly on a video, or even maybe like a small podcast type thing that we would do with you on Kidney Conversations, to where because we at the beginning we were doing live videos with me and Kyle, kind of talking about the topics and things like that, and then we moved over to the more self. They basically would play and do the video, and spread the education out with another other voices and things like that, other than me and Kyle's in our face on the
Yeah.
video. But but we would definitely look forward to having some guests on that, and have some people come on as well, if you're interested in doing a video with us for educational purposes. Definitely reach out to us. We would definitely like to entertain that with you and talk with you about that a little bit more.
But even if you're just a patient and you have a question that you can't find any info on, reach out and we'll get the info for you. We'll find it for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Kyle, man, I really appreciate you joining me today on this podcast. Again, guys, you can find us at kidneyconversations.info. Again, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And if you'd like to watch any of the videos that we've done, they're over at Hope with Jonathan at YouTube. And all you have to do is type in Hope with Jonathan. You'll see me, you'll see the logo, and you'll see our videos. They're actually in a separate deal. They're a category on YouTube that you can actually click on, and basically watch all of the videos. And they're not too terribly long. I think our longest one may be around 15 minutes or something like that. So most of them are pretty short, and that's another thing we're trying to do is we're not trying to bore you with an hour long technical video about kidney disease. We're trying to hit you with the all the information as quickly as possible in layman's terms and in a short amount of time. So
Yeah. And I think when you break down the topics, that makes it a lot easier. You're getting your direct answer.
absolutely, I totally agree. I totally agree. Kyle, you got anything else you want to add before we close out the show?
Well, I just like to thank you, for having me on today. I'd like to thank you for, the work that you're doing with me, and it's been great to collaborate with you as always. And it's great watching this next step of our journey grow and, help people out.
Absolutely. Well, hey guys, thanks again for tuning in to Hope with Jonathan podcast. I hope you guys are going to stay blessed out there. Remember to spread love. And definitely remember to take care of your kidneys. Go check out kidneyconversations.info. Thanks again, Kyle.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Jonathan, the host of the Hope with Jonathan podcast. And hey guys, Hope with Jonathan now has a website, www.hopewithjonathan.com, where you can go over and find out where to follow us on all of our social media links, our podcast, our YouTube channel, and much more. Again, guys, for more information on Hope with Jonathan, you can go to www.hopewithjonathan.com.